Them. Plus 10. Plus 10. Plus 10. And they continue to get further apart. Team Jenna pulling away. We still have some time. What did Potiphar do with Joseph after Potiphar's wife lied about Joseph? Go. Skylar.
You threw him in prison.
Threw him in prison. Us or them?
Us.
-5. -5.
Memory.
Now it's been quite comical. Shelby and Lawrence. Whose dreams did Joseph interpret in prison? Go. In prison.
The butler and the baker.
Butler and the baker. The butler and the baker. Them. Shelby's like, it doesn't even really matter right now. It's so far. Them, +5. +5. So they're still probably negative something. +5. If you're at -12, +5, you're at -7. She's got it. All right. Next person. It is our scorekeeper. She is on her way.
How did we get it wrong?
Addison.
Yes.
The butler and the baker, their dreams are interpreted.
Sorry.
Addison is just really excited because she's pretty sure she knows it. We'll see. We'll see, Addison.
Okay.
Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Okay. Butler and the baker. Butler gets his position back. Baker is home. What did Joseph ask the butler to do? Go. Really, guys, please don't make it hard for me. Just wait until I say the word. Go. Students watching, can you help me? Go. Okay. Very good. Addison.
He asked the butler to tell the Pharaoh about him.
Yes. Please put in a good word to Pharaoh. Tell him what's going on. All right. So, us or them?
Us.
Switch. It's a switch. So, Addison, how many? -7? And Hazel? 24. So 24, -7, and that, Robbie, I know you're up here, but that is how the game ends today. See what can happen? Do you see what can happen versus them? Back and forth. Team Emily ends up winning the day on a switch card at the very end. So today on a switch card at the very end. John 14:3. He said, Mr. Crockett, I didn't really do that well on Titus. It was a long passage. Don't get discouraged. John 14:1-3. Start memorizing it now and be ready for that in a future lesson. We'll see you next time.
What are you doing?
Watching your live stream.
Oh.
I wouldn't show your face, would you? Yeah, no, Mom and Dad are strict about that. You're still showing your eyes. People can tell by your eyes who you are.
I can't see now. Oh, no. Is it good?
Yeah.
It doesn't say nobody's watching it.
I stopped watching it.
Bruh. You monkey. I am not monkey.
Students watching, I hope that you did well in the poetry quiz that we just took. Thank you for your hard work learning that and memorizing that poem. Go ahead and get out your VSP books and let's turn to list 3. In our last lesson, we looked at vocab words 1-5. So today we're going to look at vocab words 6-10. Word 6-10, list 3. Word number 6 is plod, verb, to walk heavily or laboriously. Class?
Plod,
verb,
to walk heavily or laboriously.
Good. And John, read the sentence for us.
when his car stalled, Gabriel had to fly home through deep snow.
Yes, not a fun situation. Of course, in Florida, we don't really know what deep snow is, but my grandparents are from Maine. I've been up there to visit them, and I can imagine plodding through deep snow is not much fun. How many of you have ever been in deep snow before? Some of you have. You really can't walk very well, so you have to pick up your foot, sort of go like that, pick up your feet all the way to try to get through the snow. Sometimes you might have snowshoes, but plodding is just walking laboriously. Maybe you have a heavy backpack on your way home. You're trying to climb it and walk up to your house, and you're sort of plodding along. That means walking heavily. Number 7 is refer, verb, to mention for the purpose of additional information. Class?
Verb, to mention for the purpose of additional information.
Good. I see Austin stand up. Austin, go ahead and read the sentence for us. Or refer.
Mrs. Bowman will often refer to her twin daughters as a perfect example of God's creative design.
Great, excellent. So refer means showing to someone as something as an example. In that sentence, Mrs. Bowman showed her daughters as an example, or referred to her. In another sentence, you might refer to a book to point out a point that you're trying to make. And so refer just means mention for the purpose of additional information. Number 8, smolder, verb, to burn without a flame. Class?
Smolder, verb, to burn without a flame.
Good. And Hannah, go ahead.
The campfire smoldered for an hour before it went out.
Good. We do a lot of campfires in Florida from time to time. How do you like campfires? I do too. They're nice. Roast some marshmallows.
It went away
Good.
completely.
We never caught the marshmallow on fire.
Should
That's fun too. Sometimes we have to try to eat it. Not much fun there.
That's all.
But yes,
that
if the
came out.
campfire is smoldering, that means if you walk up to it, you wouldn't want to touch it because it's still hot. You can still feel the heat. But you can just see it sort of smoldering there, burning without the flame. Maybe it looks a little red, but you don't see giant flames shooting out of it. That's what smolder means. Number 9, submerge, verb, to go beneath the surface. Class?
Submerge, verb, to go beneath the surface.
Good. And let's go ahead and have, I just forgot your name. Micah, sorry. Micah, go ahead.
Most modern submarines can submerge to depths of 1,500 feet.
Good. Submerge to depths of 1,500 feet. How many think it would be cool to live on a submarine? Some of you do, go beneath the ocean. I don't think it would be too incredibly exciting. The reason I say that, my grandfather was actually on a submarine in World War II. And he was actually, for the U.S. Navy, one of the people that fired the torpedoes when they would go around during World War II. But he talked about how scary it could be, packed in this little metal cage for all practical purposes under the water. And sometimes the enemy ship would sail above them and drop depth charges, which are basically like explosive bombs that they would drop under the water, trying to explode submarines. And so the water would be shaking and the submarine would be shaking. And I guess they're really quiet, so they weren't picked up on sonar and things like that. So a lot of sacrifices that went into the World War II during that time. And number 10, tedious, long and tiresome. Class?
Tedious, adjective, long and tiresome.
Yes, I forgot to say the part of speech. So yes, tedious, adjective, long and tiresome. And Tucker, read the sentence for us.
Repairing watches is a tedious job, but Mr. Irwin enjoys it.
Right. I can imagine how tedious